For this tech tip video, I'm going to go over what's the most trendy topic right now in education: virtual Bitmoji classrooms. You can see on We Are Teachers, this is a recent post that shows some different examples. Anchor charts, posters, books, all kinds of stuff. All these are Google Slides with different pictures inserted in them, and those pictures are links to different places. The Bitmoji, of course, is from the Bitmoji app, which we'll go over in just a second. But basically, this is just a way for teachers to create an interactive Google slide to share with students. If you go to Twitter and look for Bitmoji Classroom, you can see tons of examples people are posting to give you some ideas if you're interested in creating this. If you do a Google search and do images, again, you'll find lots of examples of what these look like. So I made my own virtual Bitmoji office. Here it is right now on this list. These are links to different technology resources. This is a link to the Hillsborough website. This is a link to my favorite book. This is a link to Spotify playlist, my favorite music. This is cookies because I like cookies. This is my dog who's actually behaving. Usually Avid barks during my videos, so he's actually quiet right now. And in this virtual classroom, he's always quiet, so it's really nice. This is just an example of how you can pull in some different pictures and add links to them. So how do you do this for yourself? Well, first you'd have to get the Bitmoji app on your phone, whether you get it from the App Store or Google Play Store. That's where you need to create the Bitmojis. So once you create an account, you go in and you can customize and make a avatar Bitmoji version of yourself. And once you've done that, then the key step is you need to add the Bitmoji Chrome extension. So you go to the Chrome Web Store and you add the Bitmoji Chrome extension, and then you'll see it in the top right corner of Chrome. And when you click on that, it will give you all the different stickers that are available with your character in them. So again, let's look at mine right here. So you see I brought in this Bitmoji from the Bitmoji Chrome extension, and then everything else I've just added from Google searches and added links myself. So I'm going to create a blank one real quick so you can see how this process works. So here we are on a blank slide in Google Slides. You can see I got rid of the title and the text box that you first get on a blank slideshow. So now we're going to insert a background. Now you can go search for your own background or take a picture, insert that, but the easiest way to do a background is to use the background button right here. So if you click on background, then choose image, and then go to Google image search, and you want to do a search like wall and floor background. That'll give you some good choices. This is a popular choice right here. So click on that and go to insert, and then I'll say done. So there's my background. That's a nice looking background. And the nice thing about being a background, not just a picture, is that you can't click and drag it. So when you do share it with anybody, it's not really a clickable thing, which is good. If you plan on using the same virtual classroom for multiple things, so let's say you wanted to have it one every week or one every day, and you want the same background, you want to build your classroom first before you add in the Bitmoji, because when you're done with making this as a background, you could actually save that as an image and make that a future background, so you don't have to recreate it or duplicate slides every time. So what I mean by that is if I go to insert image here and go to search the web, and it looks like I looked for a desk last time, which sounds great. So let's put this desk in there. So I can click on it and then click on insert, or I can just drag it over. Either way is fine. So there's a desk right here. So there's a lovely desk in my space. I can also just do a chair. I think this chair would suit me quite well. I'm going to drag that over here as well. Should be a little bigger, I think. Okay, so there's my chair and a desk. You could search for like a whiteboard or chalkboard background if you want to do that. You can look for posters, or you could also just use the shape tool and you can just draw your own. So I'll just put a big rectangle here, and I'll make that, that'll be white with a gray background. And I'll make the background a little bit thicker. So there's my whiteboard I can add links to anytime I want. So let's say I want this to be my background for the future, right? So now if I go to File, Save, oh sorry, File, Download, download as a JPEG, that'll save this current slide. And now if I go and do a brand new blank slide, and I go to background and choose image, this time I'm going to choose to upload my own, and I'll go to my downloads folder where this just went. And here's Bitmoji Office. Upload that. So you see on this one, it's clickable. On this one, it's the background. So again, less things to click for kids is probably a little bit easier. So now you just pretty much accessorize whatever you want to put in here. Like I said, look at other examples for ideas of what you want to use, anchor charts, posters, books, really anything you can put there. As far as text, of course, just the normal text boxes here. You know, you can adjust, obviously, just like you normally would in a Google slide. You can adjust things here. If I want this to be a link to Google Classroom, let's say, so you can do links a couple different ways. You can highlight the entire text box, make it a link, or in this case, I'll just highlight this text right here. And there's a link button right here. So that's how you insert a link. Or you can use insert link from here, or use a shortcut Control K, which is what I usually do. So I'll highlight that and do Control K. And I want this to go to you know, your Google Classroom or your Google site, whatever that might be. I'll just put the HTTPS for now. So that's going to be a link now that's clickable. Now I want to add myself. So to add my Bitmoji, I go up to the extension Bitmoji here that I've already logged into and synced. And then I have all these different choices of emojis I can add in there. So it seems to be good to get ones where it's a full body shot without the text around it. They just will look better in the space, I think. So let's see if I put in sit. Here's one of sitting. So let me drag this in. I'll use that one. And now I can adjust the size of this if I want. If I want to reverse, I can actually right-click and go to rotate and do flip horizontally. So now I'm sitting this way as I'm deep in thought. My feet barely reach the ground here. I'll make this a little bit bigger. Now I feel a little bit giant. That's okay. Let's say I want to add a poster in the background. So again, I go to Insert Image, and I'll go to Search the Web, and I want to have, let's say, a book poster. Let's just say. So here's The Great Gatsby. So I'm going to click and drag that. So let me close this so I have a little more space. So now let's say I want to put this over here on the wall. I want it behind my head. So the way this works is every object you pull into Google Slide is going to be on top of the other objects. So all I have to do is make sure that this picture of me is in front of this. So I can do right-click on myself and right-click and go to order and say bring to front. And now you'll see The Great Gatsby is behind me in the background. If I want to make The Great Gatsby a link to something, click on that object. And again, I have the choices to go to the link, insert link here, or Control K. And I can make this a link to Great Gatsby website or a PDF of the book or whatever that might be. So that's the general idea of a Bitmoji Classroom, or in my case, a Bitmoji Office. This one's pretty bad, but my actual one is pretty good. And if you stayed for this long watching this video, I think that I need to show you my actual office looks like. So here's my actual Bitmoji Office. So this is what it actually looks like at home. As you can see, I flipped my desk because of the distractions were too much to bear. My wife gave up. Trevor spilled his ice cream and he's crying, which Colin in no clothes finds hysterical. Ellie's in her own world, just hula hooping, wearing purple and pink like she always does. Megan's playing her guitar. Our dog is pinning our cat. There's a pile of Legos. There's a loose sword. There's even a leak from the ceiling, which happened a few weeks ago in my kitchen. And now there's a big hole in my ceiling. There's some orange paint on the wall there. So you could have all kinds of fun. Thanks for watching.